Welcome back to the Southeast Iowa Video Network, Southeast Iowa Union, KCII, both on the scene here. We've got the defending Southeast Conference champion, Washington Demons. That's the first time we can say that. So we've got, 6 of them here. Girls, can you just go right to left and tell the fans your name and maybe grade in school?
My name is Taylor Mix. I'm a senior at Washington, and I'm excited for the season.
My name is Layla Green. I'm a junior, and I go to Washington.
My name's Addison Miller. I'm a senior, and I'm going to Washington.
My name's Leighton Messenger. I'm also a senior and also going to Washington.
I'm Karis Miller. I am a senior, and I'm here at Washington.
My name's Lily Brown. I'm also a senior, and I'm also at Washington.
There we go. Well, you all got something in common, going to Washington. That was my bad. I said grade in school, but I think I said grade and school. But, well, girls, how exciting is it? You know, anyone can answer these questions, but how exciting is it to step into a new year when, you know, you're the defending champion? You got a lot of older kids on the team this year.
I'm really excited personally. I would say everyone is, just with how hard we fought last season and how much we persevered from. And how we ended the season too. We ended on such a high note, obviously, doing some things that our school has never done before. So I'm just excited to get back to practicing and playing, and I just can't wait to see what this season has in store for us and seeing our hard work pay off too.
For me, I think it's incredible that so many of us are returning, and even though we have so many new players, they're doing so good, and I think they are filling such a good role, and they're honestly doing so well. It's going to be really exciting to compare this year to our recent years, even though we have a young team, you would say. And I don't know, I think this might want to be one of our really good years.
So we mentioned the success that you had last year with the conference championship. How did that feed into off-season work or season preparation this year? Does that serve as motivation, or do you think about that as you get ready for this year?
I think for that one, we know that it's not going to be a handout this year, obviously. We had to work hard last year to get that title, and we're going to have to work just as hard, if not harder, this year to get the title again. So I think in the off season, I think a lot of people put in work in club and on their own and going to open gyms consistently, and I think that makes such a big difference. And that's something special about our team, is the fact that everyone is willing to put in so much work and effort into it. And I think that kind of pushed us to just work harder in the off season and really work and focus on these first 2 weeks of the season.
You guys you mentioned you lost some seniors last year. Are you got older girls, anybody in the younger class coming up to where you're like, oh, I'm excited that this kid's going to be able to chip in here on the varsity team this year?
Yeah, I would say, one of our best girls that we have coming up is Reagan Miller, her younger sister. She is insanely diverse in everything she does. I mean, she, I know this year in club volleyball, she was a middle. Usually for school, she was an outside or right side hitter, and she's setting for us this year. So it's so cool to see someone who knows the game so well and doing so well in just every aspect of the game. Who else do we have coming up? We have Lauren Drahota. She's doing really well. She's also a club volleyball player. Who else do we have, guys?
Would you say Sarah's coming up?
Yeah, so we have, who are all of our juniors? Sarah.
Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie.
Ellie she played for us a lot last year in the libero position, but this year, I think she's doing so well. I'm really, I'm not surprised to see it because she's always done well, but she's taking in a really big role, and she is filling it better than I've ever seen anyone on this team do. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I think just all around, the sophomore class is really deep. Same with the junior, and I just feel like us 5 seniors have played together long enough that we're also pretty close. And I'm excited to see how all the different grades kind of work together in the dynamic of our team this year, because there's just so much talent in each age group.
You're coming off some time here at Central Camp with some competition. What did you like about the way that went? What stands out as to how you played, some things with the performance at camp?
You want to go?
You got it.
Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. I would say that we all haven't played together before, obviously. So Central was just kind of we didn't know what to expect, I guess. But I think that everyone really stepped up, even on the first 2 days of playing together, and we just got better as the 2 days went on, and we had people playing different positions that they haven't played before, and filling into different spots, playing next to different people. And I think the dynamic of our team and the energy that we brought to, and also the effort that everyone put in, just made such a difference. And it was honestly really good. And it was a really good way to start our season off.
I think also the fact we get to run so many lineups and see so many different teams that we don't usually get to play, including the Central teams. We play 3 of them. I don't know, it was such an interesting way to bond, I guess, because the communication really has to be high. We're changing so many things around. And even outside of our gameplay, when we were in the hallways at the hotel or whatever, it was so fun. We all bond so well, and I'm so excited to see how positive the team is. And you could tell in our gameplay. It's such a good dynamic.
Yeah, and going with that, I think the teams that we played some competitive teams like CPU and, like Taylor said, the Central recruit teams and their commitment teams. And I think that we competed really well against those schools that are known to be better and have had more successful seasons. So, yeah, that's been really good.
The crowd here at Washington has been really good the last couple of years. I mean, you guys have had some big games in the conference and outside of it. What can you say about kind of the way that the student section's always showing out here? We always have a pretty good full house here for volleyball.
Come to the student section. It's fun.
Yeah, we love all the support we can get. It really helps
Bring your
us.
kids, too, if you want to. It's always fun. And, for little kids to get to see, what it's like. Because I know when I was younger, my dad took me to a few games. I was like, I want to be that. And, it's so fun to be here now.
I agree.
I think it's awesome to see thanks. I think it's awesome to see all the support that we get and all the seeing our school just come together in a sporting event is just so amazing because you see the support and you see how it affects our players as well. When they're chanting, when they're cheering, you can see it. It's just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we really appreciate it when people can, take even just a night out of their week and come support us. I think that makes such a big difference in having people in the crowd and having a loud audience, and it's just so much fun. So, yeah.
I got an add on to that. What's everybody's favorite student section dress-up day?
I say this year is probably going to have to be the senior night. Or the senior dress-up night.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got moo-moos.
Yep.
Oh yeah, pajama night.
Yeah, pajama night.
Look at 6 over there.
That's
Jersey night was fun for me and Leighton last year because we wore a bunch of our old, Little League jerseys.
That was fun. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I say any ones that have props. Dressing is one thing, but props really just make it that much better. What do you think?
I'm excited to wear some muumuus.
We're talking about the atmosphere for big matches. How do you get prepared individually? How does the team prepare to perform well, get in the right headspace, and physically in the right way to get set for a match like that?
Music in the locker room. I don't know, telling funny stories, just having fun in the locker room, honestly. I don't know, so you gotta kind of focus once it gets down to really game time, but all before that, it's all about just, I don't know, having so much fun with it, acting like there's gonna be a big crowd, even though when we were in, was it Burlington for our conference, we had no crowd, but Burlington had a student section against us, it's just playing or pretending we have fun, and it is fun, just doing it for yourself, I guess.
I would say, like, another thing is trusting all of our training is going to pay off. Like, you know, we work so hard in the off season, and then when the season starts, that, like, and trusting, like, what Coach Six has planned for us, even if the rotation's different, if we're trying something new, just trusting that and knowing that all of that is going to overall benefit us in the end. And, yeah, our hard work's going to pay off.
When it's getting this close to game time, are you guys counting down the days, or are you guys, what's it like? What's your attitude, each of you, as far as how excited you are to actually get out there and do the real games?
I'm excited for games. I don't know about you guys. That's my favorite part. Just like, I like stepping out at, like, I don't know, at a late hour and just everyone is here and, like, in, like, the student section and all their demon stuff or whatever. I don't know. It's just so fun. Like, it's just so fun being in an atmosphere like that that's so loud versus, like, being in a practice gym. Like, both of them are really good experiences, but, like, something about those, about the lights hit different.
I think our first game is September 5th, I believe.
I thought it was second. I think it's second.
I don't know, maybe second. It's against Mount Pleasant, so
Yeah.
kind of rival school, so really excited for that one. And yeah, I think that we're all kind of anticipating, just like getting ready.
I was shocked to see it wasn't against Mid-Prairie, but that's our
That was
second
later,
one,
yeah.
so.
But-
Yeah, Mount Pleasant, big game, big first game.
We're excited.
Show out.
How have you six taken on a leadership role for this year's team?
Anyone want to go?
I'd probably say just being able to like become friends with the underclassmen and like making sure they're comfortable enough with us, because you know, like being a freshman and a sophomore, like you see the juniors and seniors and it can be a little like scary. So if you just like show them a friendly environment, it kind of like helps them get more comfortable and trust you more. So yeah.
You go.
I'd have to say a lot of the freshmen and the sophomores like that more friendly environment. So like joking around and just having fun during practice really helps them ease up.
Thanks. I feel like also like giving tips on drills and like just showing them how like things work in our gym and like how we do certain things and like the environment and stuff. I feel like it brings like a welcoming environment, and so it just adds to like, oh, we're not scary just because we're upperclassmen. Like we can be friends. Like we are a team.
I think like being supportive to like everyone, you know, and I feel like something different about our gym this year is like just the overall atmosphere, like everyone said before, like it's such a fun environment, and I feel like we're just having so much fun with it and enjoying each other's company a lot, and I think that that's something that's going to really come into our favor when game time comes around.
We also talked about yesterday at practice, just after, like, it's not all about just being there for each other, like, in the gym. Like, you can literally be like, you don't have to be best friends with someone outside, but if you're going to sit by someone in class that is on your volleyball team, like, say hi to them every day. Like, it's just, like, outside of school, it makes it so much better to have a connection once it comes into the, like, into practice. Like, connection is instantly there. Like, you just will understand each other on the court so much more.
How's the choreography of the ace dance and the thing you do when somebody gets a block and all that stuff? I mean, is there someone in charge of making sure you
Haven't
guys
talked
have
about
everything
that
ready?
yet.
We haven't talked about that yet. That's something we should think of.
Yeah, we'll have to make something up, something real fun.
We'll keep it a surprise until the first game.
I like that.
Yep.
To wrap up for me, for each of you, either a team goal, individual goal, or thing you're most excited for this upcoming season.
Do you want us to go down in a line? Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited for just to have so much fun. Like, I know we all say this, but, like, truly, this team is so positive. Like, I've never had a team like this before. And I'm really hoping we win conference again, because I feel like when it came down to last year, energy is what helped us. Like, we would go into that, like, deciding set, like the third or fifth set, whatever it is, and like that's kind of where we like lose our energy, our like focus, and our like stamina, I guess. But this year we're all so connected and like we have so much fun together. We're always joking around. I feel like that stuff is like what lifts you up. And I'm so excited for that in every game.
I'd probably say trying to be returning conference champs again, but also just like seeing where this team can like take us. As far as like when we went to Central, you could just tell like we were all having fun and we were able to like read each other well on the court, even though we haven't like exactly played these positions. But I think we can go pretty far this season.
I'm really excited to see how close we'll all get as a team. I think starting right off the bat, we have a great dynamic already. And just knowing that, I think that'll give us an even better shot at conference for our second year.
Yeah, I think a two-peat would be pretty cool. Something obviously our school has never been through, so I think that getting that conference championship again and working hard for it, I think that is like a major goal. And like Layla said, I think that we are competitive. Like we could be more competitive on the state level, maybe the most competitive we've been ever for this program at Washington. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see how conference and even going like into regionals goes.
I think I'm most excited to see how close we get as a team. And I don't mean just like varsity or just JV. I mean like all of us as a group. And yeah, I think that's where I'm most excited for.
I'm definitely excited for seeing how we do at conference and beyond conference, as everyone else has said. But also, as a bunch of people have also said, I'm really excited to see the dynamic because I feel like Central was just like a little preview of how good we're going to be and how like close we're going to be. And so I'm just really excited to see like where the season takes us.
For sure. Well, that was Washington Demon Volleyball. Thanks, girls. We just heard from these six. Now we're going to talk to Coach Six after this, so don't go anywhere. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
So much. Thank you.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
Welcome back. Oh, they told me to move over to the right seat, and then I just went back over left, but hopefully that's okay. Producer Peter, we're back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We've got Coach Six here for the volleyball team, so maybe save this is the last one. Is this best for last? I guess we're about to find out. Can you tell everyone about yourself and how long you've been coaching volleyball here?
Well, this is my 5th year in this stint of coaching. I coached previously before had kids and had to get out of coaching just because of family commitments there, and so I coached 6 years before that. So you know, it's just one that it's been exciting to be part of the Washington Volleyball. You know, when I had the opportunity to get back into it, I was one that I definitely wanted to do, and I've really enjoyed the time that we've had together and the program that we are working to build.
For sure. Well, and you guys took the big step last year. Let's just talk a little bit more about that conference championship last year. Something that, you know, it seems like this group has grown into that moment. How proud are you of where the program is right now heading into 2025?
I think just the overall effort that we showed last year was amazing. You saw in game 2 there was just a light bulb switch that took place in the girls, and you knew at that point they weren't going to give up without a fight. And I think that's even our current seniors were ones that were driving forces in that championship last year, and so they bring a lot to this year. You know, we've talked about it's their team, you know, and they've been working for this for the last 4 years, and you know, this is something that they want to bring forward, you know, to the crowd and to you know, try to set another conference championship up on the wall.
And talking about the success of last year, and you mentioned the work that they've put in, how have they put that hunger on display that they're looking to continue and even build on that success through off-season work and otherwise?
I think just the overall commitment that they've had when we've had open gyms, the work ethic that they put forth with the number of girls that play club ball. There's several that, ended their season at nationals, so they were going from the end of volleyball season until the end of July, and so they've had a lot of volleyball that they've played, and those are things that they pick up different things, on their club team. Some of them play a different role club-wise than what they do, on the school team, and so it's just the variety that they bring, the experiences they bring, and some of the successes that they've had, that they bring that hunger, to the court.
You guys are one of the more naturally athletic teams, especially right up at the net. How much does that help as a coach, knowing that you've got so many talented hitters that have experience and that can really get up there?
Yeah, no, it's great, having that experience there. And, we're coming off of a year where we had a senior setter last year, and needing to replace that position. And so having that athleticism, especially early on in the season, because our timing might not be quite what it needs to be, with having a new setter or two new setters in there, and kind of working through that, is the athleticism plays a huge role in what they can still accomplish with that.
We had your student athletes up here earlier. One of the themes that continued to come up seemed to be the Central Camp and what they saw on the court there. What did you see, and what made that a success for you?
I think we were able to try a lot of different lineups, with things, and having players in different spots. And every time that we switched things around, they came together and worked in those positions. And so it's great to see, because here for these next couple of weeks, we'll be really fighting to find out what combination gels the best together, and then trying to fine-tune that. Then once we find something that we feel, is a positive rotation there. And, the thing about volleyball, it's always a game of runs and, the swings that take place in there. And so having that versatility that they can play in different spots, feel comfortable with that. We can kind of change lineups, mid-match, to try to adjust to other teams, struggles that we're having, and being able to, just have a lot of options available to us. And I think that's one of the big things, that this team brings, is the ability to play at a high level in many different positions. And so will be kind of exciting to see what we end up putting on the floor for that first match.
Sure. Well, and speaking of the early matches, I mean, you got rivalries coming up right away. There aren't a lot of feel-out opportunities with, Mount Pleasant and Mid-Prairie and stuff like that. So how much do you guys just have to be mentally ready when you finally step back out there?
Well, we have to be ready to go. I mean, we start off with the Grinnell tournament, which we see a lot of quality teams there. Clear Creek Amana is there that we usually face, Dallas Center Grimes, Grinnell, so those are ones that we typically see when we're up there. And so it is a great opportunity to kind of work some things out before we jump right into conference play. And, like you said, with some of our biggest rivals, with things right off the bat. And so, we have to be ready to go come regular season time. And, it's one of those where we are going to go to a couple of scrimmages and try to work some things out that way against some different teams, and kind of see what they bring, and exploit some of our weaknesses that we need to shore up and make some changes on.
Next week and a half of practice. So what does the game plan look like for you guys to get ramped up and feel like you're prepared for those first matches? And in a scrimmage, what are you looking to get out of things like that ahead of the regular season?
Really looking to see which players play best next to each other, kind of, have that sense of understanding who's covering what and, really works together as a team, in combination with that. And so that's one of the biggest pieces that, I'm looking for. Really need a couple of players to step up into some key roles, that, Ella Greiner was a strong outside for us last year, with her and Leighton and, needing to fill that spot, and, have 3 girls that are fighting for that position and, what that's going to look like. And we've tried, different girls at different times, with that and just trying to figure out what combination is going to work best. And, like I said, each individual kind of brings their own dynamics to the game, and being able to play off of their strengths, and sometimes also having to think about what's best for the team. That this might be a position that you really want to play, but this one is where we need you as a team, at this point, and be willing to do that. And I think, from what I've seen through the girls, they're all willing to do whatever is best for the team. And really, we have some great leadership, do some great things, and I think that it'll be exciting putting them all together.
This time of year as a coach, do you feel like you have everything together as far as the rotation, or are you pulling your hair out, trying to think of it even outside of practice?
I'm pulling what little hair I have left out, trying to figure out what's going to work out. So those are all things that, there's nothing that is set in stone, right now. Layla Green, who had an outstanding middle season for us last year, throughout club played outside, and there's possible combinations that we haven't tried that we might need to do at different times, and a lot of it's just trying to see what's going to work best, and what combinations gel the best together.
Your group of 6 we had up here earlier talked a lot about the team dynamic with this particular group. First of all, for that group, what makes them good leaders for this year's squad, and what helps this entire team fit together so well?
I think they have the team mentality, that they want whatever's best for the team. They are ones that they're like having extra coaches on the court, and so they're ones that are helping the underclassmen with things, but also in doing that, that's reinforcing the things that they need to do as well, and just paying attention to some of the details there, is crucial. And so they have that energy. I mean, we talk a lot about energy and what we bring to the court. We can't rely on fans to provide that for us. We have to make sure that we're providing a product that people want to come out and support and get excited about just sitting there watching. And we need to be the ones that trigger that, not the other way around, and relying on others to do that for us.
This group of girls, how do you hype them up? I mean, do you give them a rah-rah speech? You got music blaring? What's your secret to getting them ready to go on game day?
Well, the worst part is home games. It seems like we're constantly separated because we are having JV and ninth grade games going, and we have girls working line judges and working the table. And so for our home games, we really don't have much of a pregame, rah-rah. It's more, okay, these are the things we need to focus on, and let's go out and do it. And it's nice going on the road where then we do have a little bit more opportunity to go in, have some conversations. Still not I'm not the rah-rah coach that really gets them excited, with things. It's more X's and O's and kind of thinking about what we need to do as a team with stuff and allow them to kind of bring their own hype to the game. And each person's, a little bit different with things. And, going to being an alum and going to school here, I remember our basketball games, we listened to relaxation tape before every game. And there were several times that coach would have to wake me up when he came into the locker room to speak to us. And so, everybody's a little bit different on what they do. And, I think that's one where each of them kind of know what triggers each other and being able to support that for them.
Sure.
Two-parter here to finish. When the Demon Den's rocking, what's that like to be on the sideline, and what has you most excited for this year?
It is great energy behind, with having the student section right behind us. It is so much fun, kind of when they get back and forth on some of their chants, different things going on. There's times where I will try to encourage them to get going, on stuff. But I really enjoy, having that. And I know the girls enjoy, feeding off of that. And so, that's one where we talk about trying to provide a quality product so that it is something that can be cheered about. And, we had several big attacks last year that got everybody excited. And, I think our players do a great job of sharing that excitement as well. Layla's one that really comes to mind when she has a block or a big spike. She gets a lot of energy there, and that, helps bring it out of everybody else too. And then second part was most excited. I think just seeing where this team can go. That a lot of them have put a lot of effort in the off season, and just what they're capable of doing. And I think, it's going to be midway through the season before we get, things kind of worked out. But I think, at that point it will be exciting to see what has come together and what they're able to do at that point.
Well, that'll do it. That's the closing words on Media Day here at Washington High School. Thank you, Nathan Miller, for setting this up, and coaches, players. That's it for the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We will see you next time.